Got a dilemma today. All right, I've been riding like up and down the expressway, and when I get to a curve or something like that, or I'm coming into a curve and I'm leaning the bike, I feel like even with those Legend Revo A's on there that I have on there, feels like I'm still getting some kind of backlash a little where it feels like the tire might try and wash out from behind me. So what I've done is I've taken the bags off. I'm cleaning up the bike and I'm gonna put in the audio system here a little later. I've noticed that the left side, I know this is my right, but to you it's the left, I think. I don't know. Anyway, my left side here is like 2 inches or so, and my right side over here is like 2 3/4 inches or something like that. So that's been the difference I've been feeling on my bike. So I'm gonna have my wife come out here, sit on the bike. I'm gonna go ahead and readjust that before I start doing anything about taking any other fairings, anything off to get this whole audio system thing started. So stay tuned for that. Be a real quick video, you know, just something to start off the year with. Thanks for subscribing. Remember, like, share, comment, subscribe. Peace. As you can see, my measurement was off. It wasn't like 2 inches. So this is 5/8 on this side. And on this side, you're looking at 3/4. So that's what's giving me that whole thrown off effect when I'm riding. So we're gonna fix that and make that both 5/8 because I got short people problems. All right, I want this side to be 5/8. So right now, like I said, we had 3/4. So just in case you didn't know how to do like a preload adjustment on here, it already has the threads on here, so just turn. Oh, I'm good. I did it in the first try. All right. I don't know if you can tell that or not, but from the base line there, I'm looking at 5/8. Come around. A little brighter on this side. From the base, looking at 5/8. So you want to measure from, here, let me remove these gloves. All right, you want to measure from the base, like I said, right here, to that first little lip. Right here. That right there, this adjustment area right here, for my height. All right, because my wife doesn't ride, she doesn't know the points here, so I'll make sure the jiffy stand is all the way down, and what my wife does is she high sides when she gets off. So turn the handlebar back to the left as you go over to the left and lean in the bike. There you go. Now grab the front brake, which is on your right hand. Front brake. The front brake is at the throttle. Okay. The front brake is the little lever in front of it. Now squeeze it. All right. Now go ahead and get off the bike. That's not high side getting off the bike, but we'll work on it. Thank you for your assistance. All right, as you can tell, I went ahead and I got my side covers here. I had to take those off in order to take the saddlebags off in order to get to the suspension to do that adjustment, which I just did. So, in doing so, I ended up washing the saddlebags here in front of me on the floor, and I got to put them back on there because in order to put the speakers in the speaker lids, I got to have them secure where they don't move, or so I can put the template on there and get that cut out so I can move on to the next step.
Appreciate your sound. Appreciate your sound. Appreciate your sound, needed renovation. Appreciate your sound, needed renovation.
All right, before I put the Saddlebag speaker mounting kit template onto the top of the Saddlebag lid, I gotta tape it off with some painter's tape. Only problem is, now I gotta run up to Home Depot and get like 2 rolls of this stuff because I thought I had more and well,
chasing the thrills. I'm having fun. Nobody done it like me. We shake the sound. We shake the sound.
all right, I got the painter's tape put in place. Don't worry about using excess tape. I use excess tape on there just in case, you know, you're using like a jigsaw or something like that. You don't want the back metal plate to kind of hit the top of the bag while you're doing it, you know what I mean? So I use extra tape just to avoid any unnecessary scratches on your painted lid, you know what I'm saying? Because them things cost, man. A pair of them things are like $800 from Harley. So anyway, I'm using the Cicada Audio CHD lid. Saddlebag lid cut-in mounting kit. All right. If you're gonna go with whatever speaker that you're gonna be using, make sure you go with the Saddlebag cut-in kit that goes with that speaker. Don't get this cut-in kit and get like Rockford Fosgate speakers or Precision Power speakers. Get the cut-in kit included that goes along with those speakers. You know what I mean? Because some of them are a little different. They got slight little angles and they might just be off a bit, so don't waste your money, you know what I'm saying, because they're not going to send you another kit if you match the pieces up, you know what I'm saying. You have to buy a whole new kit, and once you cut through it, it's done, money spent, gone out the window. So like I said, you get a Rockford Fosgate kit, get a Rockford Fosgate cut-in kit. Did I say that right? No. You get a Rockford Fosgate speaker system 6x9 or 5x7. I don't know if they come in 5x7s or not, but get the Rockford Fosgate cut-in kit along with that setup. I think with Rockford Fosgate through Harley, you gotta get the kit along with the speakers or something like that. I don't know. Check your local Harleys. They'll let you know. Like I don't work for Harley. Anyway, like I said, this is the kit that I'm using right there. So the CHD lid right there is basically your part or your item SKU number or SKU lettering, however you want to do it. So let's go ahead and get this in place. All right, upon opening this up, of course you got your Cicada Audio wrapping paper here. Now you know.
And knowing is half the battle.
Nobody done it like me. We shake the sound. We shake the sound.
All right, as you can see here, these 2 screw holes right here are already put in there because that's what's going to screw into your saddlebag lid. All right. All of this is ultimately going to be thrown away after you use it. So one time, no F-ups, going in.
Appreciate your sound, needed renovation.
This right here is just your grill, here's your cradle. They come together. As you can see, boom, creates a nice tight fit. You got your weather strip right here. Help keep any unwanted leaks out. Now, when they say waterproof on some of these things, they actually mean like weatherproof or kind of resistant. That don't mean go home after you get it put in just to test the theory. Take your garden hose, turn it on, put it over your saddlebag lid and turn the water on and just let it run in there. Don't do that. You know what I mean? Stuff is not waterproof. A little water resistant, you know what I mean? But they do a good job. As long as you do the install right, you don't have to worry about. See, what I'm doing actually is I'm checking, stripping to make sure it's on there, make sure it's not torn or anything. So, yeah. Cicada audio tether for your saddlebag, that little piece that goes in. You know, if you got a Harley bike, I'm sure if you do, or an Indian, it'll have the little tether right there that holds on to the top speaker lid to your speaker bag, you know what I mean? So, yeah. So let's go ahead and get this in. You got your hardware, few zippy doos, you know, but I got a boatload of zippy doos. But let's go ahead and get this installed. Quick point, when you open up that kit, you're not going to see any kind of directions. They're going to kind of figure that you know what you're doing. So they're going to give you 2 sets of speaker screws here. One of them is going to be for one line of the specific speakers that you're going with in your saddlebags. The other one's going to be for like another line in that same, in this case it being Cicada audio speakers. So they have their good, better, best line. So what you're going to end up doing, you're going to end up looking on that little piece here, and this all comes together, trust me. These right here say suitable for the CH, CHX, CM series speakers, all right? I don't know if you can kind of see the difference in them, but these over here are a lot larger. So I think the same gauge, but they're a lot longer. Anyway, these right here are for the CX line, all right? So a little more powerful speaker. They don't want it bouncing around if you putting the proper power to it, you know what I mean? They don't want no little speakers or these little speaker screws kind of coming loose and jarring loose. Anyway, because I'm not going to be using these smaller ones, 2 of them I am going to be using. So I will be using both of these guys here. Actually, it'll be 4, or you can take them out, because after you cut with that template, these are what's holding that template down to your speaker, to your saddlebag lid. So when you cut through, you're gonna take these screws out. You're gonna put them in the other one on the other side, and so forth. And you're gonna just keep going that way. All right. You won't end up using these screws, but I do suggest, just in case you have another build somewhere along the line in the future or something like that, keep these screws, because you never know when you might need one, or one of your buddies might need one that's missing or something like that. So keep them on hand. Don't just pitch them in the garbage. All right. Cool.
Chasing the thrills. I'm having fun.
Y'all seen this tool before. Y'all see me use it. What I do is pop. This is in place right now because I'm holding it in place. But I know when I start that screw, it won't start to shear as I'm putting it in. You know what I'm saying? The screw will just go right in because it's got a little spot that it's going into. Also, this has the word "right" on it. I don't know if you can see it. It's not really highlighted. It's just kind of an insignia burn in there. But I mean, you should know that it goes on this side. It won't fit on the other side. So, and yes, just in case you see this right here, this is a small jack I got from Harbor Freight. It's a motorcycle jack, or a lift actually, and I just lift the bike up somewhat off of the ground. I don't lift it way up on there because it's not the most trustworthy thing, you know what I mean, and doing anything. You don't want your bike teeter-tottering. But if you do want something that's trustworthy to put your bike up on, go to letsroll.com and go from there, and you'll see what kind of jack you actually need if you want to move your bike around either in your shop or in your garage. Here's that screw I was telling you about, the smaller one that you're going to end up using to hold that lid on there. You can go ahead and put it in there. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? See how it took a while to spin? Now, if I didn't have that little indentation right there, that thing would have been dancing all over the paint under there, you know what I'm saying? So, just little helpers. There you go. All right. That thing is in there. It's not coming out. When y'all saw me grab the drill bit, that's for the next phase. I'll be drilling into these little holes here. That's made so once you drill it in there, you can put your jigsaw in there and you can go around. You know what I mean? So go around the outside line best you can. Take your time. Do not do this trying to be fast or nothing like that. Now that that part's over, you want to go ahead, you want to check, because you want to make sure that that template is in the right place, you know what I mean? So if it don't look like it's in place, run your finger around where the template is supposed to meet the rim of that saddlebag lid. Make sure it's in there, because once you cut it, it's cut, you know what I'm saying? So it's either right or wrong. So you want it to be right. At least 99.7% of the time, you want it to be right. You know what I mean? That other 0.003% is what you can use a file to kind of correct. You know what I mean? Otherwise, you're gonna have to buy you some new saddlebag lids and try again, or just get the pre-molded one that's already sold from Harley. You know what I mean? So it's either take your time, do it right, or spend $829 on some new saddlebag lids. It may be available, might not, might be back ordered. You know how Harley is. So take the time and do it right. Notice how I let the drill bit do its job. You know what I mean? There's no need to press down in there while you drilling it. I put it on the highest setting and I just let it go. I let it do its job. Once it goes through, give it a few in and outs, and out, move on to the next one, all right? So there's no need to do any kind of forcing of the drill bit or whatever. The drill bit was made to drill. And another thing also, when you're about to use your jigsaw, make sure you use like a metal bit, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to use no real coarse, heavy wood bit to go through those holes.
Appreciate your sound, need a renovation.
All right, here we go. Let's check for movement. No movement, went in there pretty solid. down on all sides. Cool. So we take that off, move to the next step. Don't save this thing right here so you can use it at a later date on another lid. Because you just, trust me, you just gonna mess up. You know what I'm saying? And even if you put double-sided tape on it to try and match the lid that you're gonna be trying to cut out, and just, I wouldn't do it. Just go ahead, spend the money, buy the kit, and move on from there. You know what I mean? So this thing, I'm pitching it. Because if you keep it, it's just gonna tempt you to use it on another build. And for this part, you might want to pull you up a bucket or a chair or something so you can sit down, do this correctly. Do not use a power drill of any kind. Get you a Phillips screwdriver to put these screws in. You don't want to over torque or strip out the screw or anything, putting these drills and brackets in. Keep your knee under here because you don't want this thing just willy-nilly going down. Quick tip when doing these tether hinges, whatever you call them, they come with these little tiny little holes in there, and you will never get that screw back in there to get in through that little metal plate that's inside it. So I took trusty little nail punch, go through it, spin it a few times, opens that hole up. Them little tiny little things. Come on, man. Come on, Cicada. I'll be trying to play it, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, go ahead and do that first. That way you'll know. And you won't have to go through that headache, because I did, and it was driving me nuts.
I'm on the run, chasing the thrills. I'm having fun. Nobody done it like me.
Due to my camera acting an ass again, it corrupted the last part of me actually sandwiching the basket and the screen together. So trust me, it's not a hard process as it is. Like I say, it might be a little involved. All you got to do is match up 4 holes, put it together, tighten them in a star pattern. If the star pattern makes any sense, you know what I mean? To car, auto, mechanics, and all that. Anyway, but simple as simple, done. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for coming around. Remember to hit that like, share, subscribe. I appreciate you guys. Until the next one, all right, then, peace.